Test. Check. 1, 2.
Okay, hi there, everyone. This is Dan Daly, the business editor for FOH Magazine, and today we're talking via Skype video with Uli Berenger, the founder and chief architect for Behringer. For Behringer, is Behringer Audio, Behringer Sound? What is it called now? What's it this week?
Call me Uli, that's okay.
Okay, we'll just leave it at Uli. And to Uli's left is Casa Locomentis, who is the vice president of installation and commercial sound. And I would imagine, based on a few things that have gone on very recently, we've got a bunch of things to talk about here. So, what was it about the installation sector that piqued your interest? What grabbed you about it? Why did you say this now?
Well, actually, it's a natural progression when you think about. We have tremendous expertise in the MI sector, and when you look at what the install market stands for, it just makes a lot of sense to venture out in that product segment. Specifically, when you look at the size of that product segment, from my understanding, it's a multiple of the MI sector, and a great opportunity for Behringer to grab.
Right. Now, Costa, you've got a background at Tannoy and Mackey. They're both companies that have had significant exposure to the contractor market and continue to. And you joined last June. What are you bringing to the equation here for Behringer's entry into the installation market?
Well, Dan, I started out in 1980 in the pro audio business in the installation side, working for a contractor at first and later owning my own contracting company. And I've actually been there. I've done, everything from school sound systems and paging system installations to courthouses. I've been in many courtrooms, not only as the defendant, but as the contractor. This is a joke, Dan. Feel free to laugh at any time. Should we turn humorous? No, and I spent a lot of years in the installation business. I spent some years also in audio production. So, obviously front of house is something that's speaks to me directly because, we did concerts. We did sound for Nine Inch Nails. I've actually met Roy Orbison and did sound for him. So I took that diverse background and went to Mackey when I got into the manufacturing side of things. And really they recruited me for my expertise in install. I think what I bring is an end-to-end experience. I have been the customer. I have been the one who's been frustrated by the lack of focus on the manufacturer's part in some cases to deliver documentation, or they haven't delivered the complete product. I've also had an opportunity to work in China for the last 5 years extensively in engineering and design and manufacturing of product. So I think what I bring to the table here is a deep commitment to the installation business, deep roots in that business, a lot of contacts, a lot of friends that I've made along the way, and frankly, quite a bit of personal experience. So that's what makes us a good partnership here, I think. We're deeply committed to making sure that the side of the business that touches the customer is uniquely equipped to discuss the issues with the customer in a meaningful manner with that customer.
Excellent.
You integrate them based on the way it makes sense, and whatever is really brand specific, you have to leave alone.
How does the Clark Technique Midas acquisition figure into all this? How's their mixer and DSP capabilities going to help BIG?
Well, Midas and KT obviously are well known as leaders in the industry. They've got a long history of innovation, performance, of quality. But you got to understand there are synergies at many levels when you combine your efforts with a company like that. And I almost hesitate to say company because it really is more when you combine your efforts with people like that. There are people there. We get together and we have an exchange on one topic, and all of a sudden we find we have synergies and information that we exchange on another topic that benefits both companies. Clearly, there are technologies in place that we might be able to take advantage of. I say might. Of course, we would love to take advantage of. And guess what? There are also tidbits and nuggets on this side of the business that when John and his team came over, they said, wow, there's some great processes here. There's some great innovative, believe it or not, even bits of technology. People don't recognize we have a huge switch mode power supply department that designs and develops switch mode power supplies of all levels of sophistication with power factor correction and for global operation, high current, and they have no idea that we have that capability in-house.
So the
And many
synergies
other
will be going in both directions.
Exactly.
That's
exactly that. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you for summarizing.
Yeah, my pleasure. What are the first products that we can expect to see from this venture?
These are your babies?
All right. Yeah, they are. They are. Well,
Let me answer.
I'll tell you what. One thing that has happened as we've gone through this process, and Uli has spent his life mainly on the MI side of things, MI live sound, recording, musical instruments. He's a musician himself. Me, I couldn't play any instrument to get me out of jail at any price. So, but I'm deeply into the contracting side of things. So it was very odd to me how two guys who are really passionate about their side of the business could come together and start developing products that I would say we're equally passionate about today. So let me start at the beginning and say, okay, we aim to deliver products in the traditional product categories to start with. We understand as a newcomer to the installation marketplace, our potential customers are going to have questions. They're going to say, who are you? How do you know about my business? What do you know about my business? What kind of a value proposition are you presenting me with? How can I trust you? Many of those questions we need to answer. We need to answer with honesty and with credibility. And so we're not looking to change people's minds overnight. We're not looking to drive them somewhere where they're not comfortable. What we're really looking to do is we're looking to enter into a relationship with them where they know that we're going to deliver a value proposition with products that are going to exceed their expectations in feature set and in performance and in reliability. The key elements that are important.
Are we going to see you at Infocom and/or CEDIA this year?
Should we go?
Maybe. We're a little late in the booking, I guess.
We got 50 products, 50 new products that we want to show.
The
That'd be a good opportunity to go.
The hotel rooms are cheap in Vegas, let me tell you.
Have you booked? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Come.
Oh yeah, it's cheap.
Absolutely, Dan. I'm glad you brought that up because this is obviously very ambitious for us. It's our first time at Infocom. We're thrilled. We're going to be there. We're going to have a very unique presence there.
In the hotel room, right?
Yeah, just in the hotel room. We're going to admit customers one at a time.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Careful, the word unique has a different connotation in Vegas. Very different. Because the installed system sector, it's pretty much dependent on the health of the residential, the commercial real estate markets, and they're not exactly in the most robust of health right now. So how did this factor into your decision at all, looking at the way those markets are right now?
Well, this is a question that we cover all the time, or an issue that we talk about all the time. But I'll credit the question. Yeah, Uli's philosophy on it, if I may paraphrase, sir, is that the economy is cyclical, life is cyclical. Business goes up, business goes down. This is the way that it's happened ad nauseum. Every time it feels very painful. Every time it feels like recovery will not happen.
It's a great opportunity.
But there's great opportunity, precisely. And we are in a period of great opportunity right now.
And what's interesting is that Behringer has always grown in difficult times. Why? Because we offer the best value proposition. And that has always been a very interesting time for us.
It's business, but when you can actually feel like you are doing something creative, you're pushing the envelope, you're moving things forward, you're being very reasoned about it, and you're challenging yourself. You're challenging all prior assumptions. You're saying, why should we do it this way just because it's been done that way? Man, that makes it less of a job and much more fun to be a part of. And this has been a place where we've had a lot of fun these last 18 months developing these things. And we're looking forward to a very bright and happy future in this business.
And let me add one more sentence. I would say after 20 years I've been with this company, thank God I'm still employed.
Thank God you're still employed. You don't even have a resume.
I can tell you it's the most exciting time right now. This is really bringing everything we have learned in 20 years to the table and it's turning an industry upside down. And I guarantee it's going to happen.
Excellent. Uli, Costa, thank you very much for taking some time for the FOH readers and viewers.
Thank you, Dan, and thanks to all your readers. Greatly
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
All the best.